Welcome back to the Unanimous Decision Podcast. I am your host, DPalm. Follow me on Blue Sky, Instagram, all your socials at DPalm66. Follow the show on Spotify. Follow the show on iTunes. Make sure you subscribe everywhere you get your fine podcasts for free, $99. You can also find this podcast on YouTube. That's right, YouTube, dragging this podcast in 2015, one episode at a time. Do me a huge favor. If you're listening to it on audio, just go to your YouTube, hit the subscribe button. It just do it for me. I don't ask for much. This is episode 371. Never ask you guys for anything. Do me a huge solid. Subscribe on the YouTube page. Thank you guys who've been interacting with the YouTube page and trying to build that up over there. Gonna have a lot more content over there as we continue to have it. As always, brought to you by the good folks at the MTR Network, at the MTR Network across socials. Make sure you check out all of our output there. Also, check out my other podcasting venture, Life, Love, and Real Estate. New episode dropped this week. Seasons of Home and Community. We've reached the end of the year, as my wife likes to call the Friday of the year. And this is a time for reflection and preparation into tomorrow. But that's not why you're here today. You're here to talk about sports. You're here to talk about it with the one, the only Michael Felder. What up, Felder?
What's going on, big dog? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing, you know what? I was bitching about it earlier. I'm having a pretty good day. I'm having a pretty good day.
There you go.
Everything's working the right way work-wise. Everything, the family, knock on wood, seems to be pretty happy and healthy. How are things in your neck of the woods?
I mean, I'm alive, unfortunately. But realistically, like, things are good. I've got, by the time folks hear this, I will either be at my kid's school or leaving my kid's school or whatever you have it. We have a career day. So I will be at my kid's school from 7 in the morning, which is usually, I usually get to my kid's school about 7:10, 7:15.
Yeah.
And I help with drop off, which is something I'm super passionate about. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago or a week ago. And, but I'm going to pull up with my wagon. By the way, I don't know if you know about, you guys got a wagon?
I'm wagonless yet. I'm not.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Place. Okay.
Beach, lake, pool, work. Like, for me, like, I'm going to go give a presentation to these kids about what I do for a living. And I'm going to tell them, don't do it because it's bad. You don't want to do what I do. You know what you want to do? You want to be a cameraman. You want to be you want to be someone who's in charge of lighting, right?
Indispensable part of the production.
Yeah, you want to do sound. You want to be a producer. Like, you want to do that. You don't need And I got
camera changes all the time. That back of house, ooh, buddy, that's a career.
I literally, exactly, right? The front, they can kick you off instantly. I'm 40 now. No one wants to hire me. You kidding me? That's a joke. They're like, a 40-year-old? What are we doing? That's stupid. We get someone younger and better who doesn't even realize how much money they should make.
Exactly. There's your hook. How much money should you be making? Don't ask those kind of questions. Keep it moving.
But like, literally, but no, so I'm doing that. And I have a video put together where I show them how I intro, like, when I do interviews.
Yeah.
And then it cuts from that to me at Bleacher Report as being an actual analyst. And my me making Adam Lefkoe and Mike Golick Jr. just like crack up because I said, I don't know, man, you guys don't like this player. I think this guy, he's like a GMC. And they were like, what are you talking about? And I was like, do one thing, do it well. I think he does one thing, he does it well. And they were like, I've never heard that before in my life. And I was like, hey, man. That's what is and we literally, I cut the clip off because I'm only trying to make it a 90-second clip. This isn't my first rodeo at career day. And I know I got 90 seconds for my thing. And then the kids are going to get like 4 minutes to talk. If we had to ask questions.
Yeah.
And they come in with their little papers and their little things to take notes and ask me questions and blah, blah, blah. But then after they cycle through all the stations, they get to pick their favorite station. Last year, I probably came in third.
Third?
Yeah, I came in third.
Who beat the sports guy?
The lady who I actually went to high school with this lady. She actually lives across like the street from me, basically. Her husband and I played baseball together in high school.
Okay.
But she is an influencer. She's a momfluencer, and she's like a get ready with me lady.
Oh. See, okay. That things I can't even jobs I didn't know existed.
So she beat me.
Okay.
And then the architect beat me.
How the architect? Boring as hell.
Nah, dog. He had tracing paper.
Oh.
Bro, the kids, I don't have, what props am I going to give them? A camera?
Well, I remember last year you talked about this. You were going to try to do like a quick clip of the kids, but you couldn't.
Yeah. So I gotta turn this light off. It's hot as hell.
You're good.
So I mean to put my crotch all up in there. But no, I that's why I tightened it up. I tightened up the intro video, tightened it up. We got time for Q&A. And then I do have everything tighter to be able. I'm not going to bring the camera to port it over. I'm just going to bring the camera that I'm using right here. We can record it straight off the camera, so it goes straight into my computer. I can boom, and I the way I see it, I can go. We go 90. If we get 5 minutes, we go 90 seconds here, 3 minutes here.
Okay.
And then for 20 seconds, I'm going to be like, you're the producer. You sit back there. You're the director. You call action. You're the guy that's on lights. You got Mike. You do this. You do that. And now let's go. And the thing is, I don't have to show them the video. This is my new plan. We just shoot the video. I save the video, save it to which session it is.
Yeah.
And then I can send it back to the school.
Felder.
See what I'm saying?
That's smart.
Send it to the school, and then they can show it in the class. And I think I'm only going to do it for the last group. So this is the 3rd grade group that came to my table. Gotcha. This is the 4th grade group that came to my table. Because at the end, they do the breakout session. So like I said, I was number 3, and that's fine. I don't mind being 3rd. Ain't nothing wrong with 3rd.
Good place to build from.
Yeah. So, but I'm bringing I'm throwing 7 different types of smoke. Like I'm telling you, we got a bunch of new parents signed up for it. I'm sure they have cool jobs, but dog. I'm telling you, I know what I'm doing now. I know what I'm doing.
Hey, get ready with me, lady. He's coming for your neck.
No, she's my friend.
He's coming for your competitive neck in this specific avenue.
She's my friend. Her kid and my kid are friends.
That's fine. I think that I specified it enough.
They're in the same class together last year.
And her mom's about to get got. Like, what do we say?
Oh, I'm not gonna send them home with just a memory.
Yeah.
I'm sending them home with like, this is for real, for real.
How was school? Watch this. Like, that's the kind of reaction you're gonna get out of these kids.
I was the lighting guy. I was the this.
Dog. I'm 1099. I owe union dues. What's this mean?
Don't even get me started on that.
I got my IBEW card while working with Felder today.
Dude, it's gonna be like, listen, I'll tell them too. If you want to be a union guy, that's the best way to go.
Dog, there's crafts in every job, craft services in every job, whatever it needs to be. That's a good
do makeup
free space.
You gonna do makeup?
This is a good Felder free space.
That's where I should be, Steve. That's where I could be. That's how I could be the influencer. I'd be like, hey, do you like makeup? Let me tell you something. We got a whole department that's all they do is makeup.
Man, look.
And they get a credit card. Do you guys know Discovery? Not Discover the credit card, Discovery the company. Do you watch Food Network? Is It Cake? Great Bake Off? Do you know them? They will give you a credit card to go buy makeup and clothes for other people. And then they don't even ask you to take it back.
What do you kids know about expense accounts?
No, they're like, no, just buy it. Who cares?
That's hilarious.
I'm like, yo, you don't even understand. Like they will let you just. Do you know how many clothes I have in here that are from that?
I don't want to know. That's surprising.
Bro, I got like
I bought clothes 2 weeks ago, and it was, first of all, so much money.
Yeah, it's expensive.
I don't like. You know me. I'm a lineman. I'm a simple ass dude. I don't like to buy clothes for myself. But my wife looked at me and was like, "You need new shirts." So I bought new shirts, which were expensive, and they look great. I look great in them. But no. If you were giving me shit, you can tell me nothing. That's my new number one expense is the one time every 3 years I buy clothes.
No, dog. I mean, I'm speaking of buying, I bought my birthday gift.
What'd you get?
Some new shoes.
Hell yeah.
Nike Pegasus Easy On. They just have this, instead of laces, they got the zip tie, basically. Like the little pinch.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I got those. And that'll be from my wife and daughter to me.
That is the dad curse. What am I getting for my birthday? I know exactly because I bought it.
My wife said she had something in mind. I was like, I don't know.
You can't be trusted. You chose me. Your decision making is clearly off.
Like I was like I'm sure she has a good. She got me these like grilling tubs. Those
They're
are
right.
really, they're tight as hell. Like I love
Yeah.
those things. I'll probably break them out for Thanksgiving.
That's the other side of it, is that when someone who knows you really well shops really well for you, and you're like, damn, I never would have gotten this for myself.
Oh, I was about to buy them
would.
for myself. Don't blame me.
So Susan will surprise me with shit that I'm like, I didn't know I needed this. I'm like, okay.
Oh no, I was gonna buy them.
Okay.
I was like, I was waiting and waiting and waiting. I was gonna buy them. I was like, I don't want to buy these on Instagram though, because I've been smoked a couple times.
All it takes once or twice.
Been smoked a couple times between getting your credit card stolen. The thing you buy is not the thing you bought.
Damn it. You just made me think about it. I purchased a hoodie off Instagram last week. It'll be here tomorrow.
That's what it says.
If whether it is good or not, I'm wearing it on next week's podcast.
Yeah, good. I'm
Y'all
just
will
saying.
See it. This Instagram purchase. If it is, I'll big them up. If it's not, I'll talk about them. But I want to ask you a question now, Felder.
All I'm saying is if it's there.
It'll, because I got the tracking and everything. I'm good on that.
Yeah, I've had tracking too. I'm
trying to add drama to my. I'm accept.
I'm not adding drama.
It'll be here. So that was the Felder free space, a good free space. I remember the last time we talked about fucking career day, which takes me back. I got a question for you. So you get a choice. You get one of two Palmer free spaces. You can either get Daniel and Matthew hung out on Tuesday and Wednesday while Susan was out of town, or my new anger about the new James Bond movie.
The new what movie?
James Bond movie.
Man, do them both.
Right on. Having a kid by yourself, like even for like 1 or 2 days, is, I think my kid, I can't speak over it, is the coolest shit in the world.
Yeah.
I get to watch like so many like little things that I don't normally. We were on the couch after daycare on Tuesday evening. Dog, he woke up that morning and was like, he's like, what, Mama? I'm like, Mama's not here, right? Mama's in Wisconsin. I'm all you got for the next 48 hours, buddy. And we got through the morning. We got home that afternoon, and we're sitting on the couch getting ready to eat. I'm cooking dinner for him.
Yeah.
And I sneezed, and he goes, "Bless you, Daddy." I never said that before in my life. Like, we reached the point where he's like asking us questions. And,
yeah,
like,
it's fantastic.
Like, it's just a really cool age, man. I'm really happy that I've gotten to experience this. And yeah, man, I know kids are hard, kids are tough. That's why I got one. But this one, I'm a big fan of.
Good. That's awesome, dude. I mean, literally Veterans Day, it was just me and my kid the whole time. We were just hanging out.
It's so cool.
Do you see this? How do you think this gets done?
Man, it's wild. But I will say this. The other one is one that got me madder than I thought I could be.
I'm ready to hear it.
About this too. So, you know James Bond, the James Bond movies and all that shit. Amazon bought the rights to James Bond.
Because they own MGM. Am I correct about that?
That was part of but the Bond rights are separate. Like it's owned by a consortium like the Fleming family and all that shit. They sold the film rights to Amazon and we're like, hey, make your own. So if you go on Amazon right now, if you're a Prime member, you can watch all the Bond movies with like limited commercial interruption. It's very dope. Once a month, I'll fall asleep watching an old Bond movie because I love those movies.
Same.
They have been trying to write the new Bond movie, the next Bond movie.
Right.
And reports came out this week that the writing room is having trouble with the movie because in the last one, he died.
Well,
I want everyone to listen to me right now. If the word writer is in your fucking job description and you can't write around a dead James Bond, I need to see everything you've ever written before.
Well, like, do y'all think that he's been alive the whole time?
Look, when they are out here being like, we could bring Idris Elba, how the fuck are you gonna write around that, you dumb motherfuckers? Like, it's called imagination. It's called, like, you want to know the intricacies of how James Bond survived? Too bad. Not that type of fucking movie, bro. Hey, where'd Superman get his cape? Go watch the fucking seamstress. This is Superman. This shit does not matter.
It doesn't matter at all.
No, Sean Connery doesn't sound like Pierce Brosnan. Shut the fuck up and watch the movie. I'm here to see Bond go to exotic locales, talk to bad women, and shoot a bunch of motherfuckers. That's it. Well, how is Bond alive if we saw him get poisoned and blown up? Don't go see the fucking movie, you loser. You're watching for the wrong reasons. And these writers, like, Felder, these writers to say that they can't break this story, to me says they got their advance money. They drank and smoked it away. The draft date came up. They're like, we need a draft by this date. And they're like, we're having trouble. It feels like a kid who didn't do his homework.
This is a 59-year-old series.
Yes.
You telling me James Bond? I'm assuming, like when I saw Dr. No, James Bond, to me, he looked old as hell.
Yes.
I'm like, let's give it like everybody looked old back then. So let's say he was 32. Let's say he was 32.
Okay.
32 plus 59. So you think that David Craig was 91?
Dog.
In No Time to Die?
Daniel Craig's first movie was Casino Royale, which is coincidentally the first Bond book. It's the novella that the entire thing came out of Ian Fleming. He looked old as fuck in that movie, and he's supposed to be rookie Bond. Middle-aged rookie Bond.
He's mad old.
Why
That's what I'm saying. 91.
This is laziness that has driven me insane and has bothered me for 2 days. I'm glad I got to say it out loud to you.
Yeah, I come from a James Bond family. Like my dad is deep in Bond world. Like he loves it. Like
right on.
I don't want to get it wrong, but I think it's what is it? Live and Let Die?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he loves that one. He loves License to Kill. He loves A View to a Kill.
There's a movie called You Only Die Twice.
Yeah.
Where Bond fakes his death in that fucking movie.
Right. So if that's what you want to do, or guess what? You know what you could do? Fucking completely pivot. Make it a lady. Make it a black person. Make it an Indian guy.
Make it. You know what you should do? If you want to, Amazon free game. Writers, you lazy motherfuckers, pay attention. Start over. Give me a young Bond who's just getting into the MI6 and tell that story. And now you've got sequel potential without being beholden to what came before. A beholdening that you created. No one.
I just don't.
These Craig movies were like, well, all these other Bonds don't seem to fit the same timeline. Eat shit and die, you lazy writers.
I don't understand it. Like, to me, that would be very freeing. Especially in, I guess, because of the space that I work in, there's not a lot of, I don't get to use a lot of creativity.
Yeah.
Like I literally just filed a story. Like it just got posted to Tar Heel 24/7. And I had to go through and look for some angle on UNC going to Wake Forest this weekend. And I was like, you know what? I go through, I look at all the stories that other people are writing and I'm like, where's my angle? And I was like, oh, you know what? It's the punt game. It's the punt game. Wake's got a good punt returner, and I'll deal with that. But it's not me like being like whimsical or fantastical. It's literally me looking at numbers, realizing if you don't stop their punt return, you're not going to be able to flip the field. They'll flip it. They flip it on you, like Benicio del Toro in The Usual Suspect. I flip you for real. I flip you. Give me the fucking key. What the fuck?
I want to know who these writers are.
I don't get it.
I want them. I'm the only answer for me is they had a draft due and they blew their draft date.
Sure. I just don't.
That's the only answer.
I don't know. I don't understand. Like you have a chance. You have two chances. One, you can continue in some way a franchise that is treasured and storied worldwide.
And defined by reinvention.
Yeah, worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can leave your own indelible mark on something that, again, is treasured.
Call me, give me a third of their salaries. I'll break a story for you in 2 weeks.
Like, I just don't, like, what if Bond did have a kid with one of these women?
They're making a Bond video game that looks fantastic, but they're just doing young James Bond. I'm like, motherfucker, like, this is look, why are we making this more complicated than it should be?
Like all I'm saying is, like, you don't even have to go backwards to go forwards. Go forwards to go forwards, right?
Yeah.
Here's what I'm saying. Like, what if Bond sleeps with a million? Like in how many movies are there?
Enough.
Like he sleeps with a million ladies. What if one time the Jimmy Cap didn't work?
Time out.
What?
If you're not 40, a Jimmy Cap is a condom.
Rubber.
No, Jimmy Cap feels like a very specific early 90s reference.
Is it really?
That one took me. I haven't heard that phrase. And so, I wouldn't have reacted if you said prophylactic, but you said Jimmy Cap. And I was like, what is that?
I think it's a military thing too.
My brain had to catch up. I was like, oh, you know what that is. Like, okay, cool. We're good.
Like, what? Like, all I'm saying is, like, what if, like now you got a kid, right?
Yeah.
I don't care if it's with Ferguson, if it's with Holly Berry. I don't care if it's with.
They gave him a daughter in the last one.
Let's go.
Punt forward. Let's go, baby.
That's all I'm saying. Like, run.
but that requires a level of courage and imagination that clearly they don't have. You're clearly watching football for work and shit. Have you gotten into any basketball yet this year?
I've watched some.
Did you watch the Notre Dame women last night?
No. Can I just say this? My
Say
favorite
it.
thing about women's basketball has been 6'7", 6'7". Oh my gosh, they're doing it way better than the men. They're absolutely killing it.
Look, women's college basketball far superior than men's college basketball.
Oh, did you see Iowa State?
No.
I watched that game. Is her name Crick? I think she put up like
43 in 20 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, 43 points in 20 minutes. I was like, yo, you better get out of her way.
Yo, Hannah Hidalgo had 44 last night and 16 steals.
That's unbelievable. I love watching
it.
I watch it. I just have been. I'm so.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm getting ready for career day. I'm getting ready for Thanksgiving.
In front of you. But I want to tell you about what happened in the NBA last night, because Joker dropped 55, which is impressive. It's the most in the league this year, tied with Shea. He also outscored the entire starting five of the Clippers they were playing.
Good grief. Because I watched OKC last night.
Oh, I was so excited for that game, and it turned to be an ass kicking.
Bro, they crushed.
I need people to understand what a problem Oklahoma City is for the next 15 years.
Well, I told my wife and I, like, because I don't want to watch what she wants to watch. She definitely does not want to watch what I want to watch. So we settle on basketball. And
given starting five on Netflix, City Burn.
I have not.
She would love it. It's basketball.
I've been told that multiple times by
fantastic.
people.
It's fantastic.
And but and so we're watching Shea, and I'm like, yo, America about to get freaking dog walk. America's about to get, and she was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, they're doing America versus the world at the All-Star game.
She's like, so that starting five would look like?
That's why I was like, let me look. They got Jokic, Shea, Luca, Giannis,
and
Wemby. Bro, go home.
Our Olympic team barely beat Serbia.
That's what somebody said to me too. Like, this is bad.
This is so bad.
Why'd you come up with this idea?
I would go America's verse, because at least then we would get Shea. Like, just grab Shea from Canada. Just find some way to keep Shea in the
nah, dog. Mm-mm.
Well, because like on the other side, it's gonna be like, because Wemby versus Chet is like a generational, they hate each other, which is fun.
Ant-Man,
but who's he? See, and that's the other thing in this new All-Star voting, they've taken away positions, so it's not like 2 backcourt, 3 frontcourt. It is
sure, you just vote for your
run
five favorite.
Run 5. And guard play, I think, will be okay. It's just the size of those guards, like of Shea and of Luca, is a problem.
Yeah,
it's all bad. And then Joker as the pivot man, controlling everyone.
He's gonna be the 3 or 4.
Did you know Wemby is out blocking by himself? He's the number 6 team in blocks in the NBA right now.
Jesus Christ, it's insane. It's nuts.
But that's not even the funniest thing that happened this week, because this week. Okay, so on January 31st, if you've taken a poll around the NBA and the NBA media and NBA fans, and you said, who are the top 5 GMs in the league? Invariably, Nico Harrison's name would have come up in those 5 names. He made some great deadline deals that got the Mavericks to the finals the year before. The year before that, he made the risky trade for Kyrie Irving, and it worked out for him. Look, Nico was on that shit. 24 hours later, Nico trades Luka Doncic and is saying things like defense wins championships and time will tell. Well, time has told. That nigga's fired. Yeah. I don't want to go about the firing. We'll talk about that in a second. You're from Charlotte. I'm from Atlanta. You and I have both watched NBA teams be abandoned by a city.
Yeah.
For me, it was 1994. The Hawks were the number 1 team in the East. I think they were 3.5 back of the number 1 team in the league. And they traded Dominique Wilkins for Danny fucking Manning. When I tell you, like, you gotta remember, at the Omni, standing room only. Dominique Wilkins went to Georgia, played for the Hawks. It felt like he was ours. And for the ownership group to say, nah, Danny Manning's the dude. Basketball in this city has never recovered.
Well, Charlotte's a different story because they basically just took the team away.
We all had the Hive. Y'all had 20,000 people in the parking lot that last night.
And they were just like, boom, done, gone. Sorry, goodbye. So, okay. Well, we don't care about this anymore. And it's hard to get people back on board, especially when you don't win.
It's really hard to explain to people that in the mid-90s, the Charlotte Hornets were like a shining example of what an NBA franchise can mean to a community. It was bigger than wins and losses. Yeah, they didn't win a bunch of games, but guess what? They were always competitive, and the fans always gave a shit.
Well, they had Larry Johnson,
Grandma, Mama.
Yeah, dog.
So,
yep.
Muggsy Boat, like the Hornets to this day. If someone hops in the comments and is like, "Here's a link to a Hornet starter jacket," I'm probably gonna cop that shit.
Oh, people all over had them.
Yeah, they're just fresh. But they said, "Hey, we want this money." They went to New Orleans, and it's never been. They brought him back as the Bobcats. That didn't work. Jordan bought him, turned him back to the Hornets. Still hasn't worked. And I don't know if that's my question for you. You and I are both like early onset Dallas fans, and that we both love Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh, I like them. I like Jimmy Jackson. Like I lived
later than that.
I lived in New Mexico, man.
I forget that. I arrived with Dirk. I thought Dirk was the coolest thing in the world.
I love Dirk. I think Dirk is, in my mind, in my lifetime, like I said, I'm 40. I think Dirk and Steph Curry are the two most influential players in NBA history.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't have a problem saying that. Like, people, no, Michael Jordan. Yeah, listen.
You can't do
it. Look, stupid. Nobody else can do that. Okay? You don't get a Kevin Durant without Dirk. Like, it's not gonna happen.
A cat, if you're 7-footers taking jumpers, thank Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, thank Dirk. Like, you don't get it without Dirk Nowitzki. Like, you don't. That does not happen. And
he changed the geometry of a basketball court. Changed because Dirk was like, "I'm 7 feet tall, dog. I can shoot this."
Yeah, and Steph changed the entire game of basketball where people are just like, yeah, I guess it's better if we shoot threes.
Somebody missed 31 shots the other night.
Oh, it's not good for them to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not Steph Curry.
Look.
You're John Roy.
But it has been transformative. So we watched the Mavericks go from Dirk Nowitzki, where it's like, hey, foreign kid, grows here, goes old here, to the point where there was overlap because that last year of Dirk is the first year of Luca.
Yeah.
And so you've conditioned these fans to like, hey, man, we grow stars, we keep them, we grow with them, they grow old, they move in the front office. They had kind of established this. And with this trade, they betrayed not just kind of that heritage, but the fan base in a way that I don't know what they had calculated, to the point where I want to ask you, do you think this could be a Hornets leaving town, a trading Dominique Wilkins, you may never get these people back? Because, how do I say this delicately? Mark Cuban and the Dallas ownership group loves parading out white guys.
Sure.
And for them to trade away that one, then luck into Cooper Flag.
Right.
And then say, well, we're going to try to be on 2 timelines. So we're not going to build around Cooper, but we are going to get AD and an injured Kyrie Irving. The only move now, in my opinion, is to see what you can get for both those assets and then truly build around Cooper. It's going to be ugly for a couple of years because the pitch is, what if Cooper's as good as Luca? And you're like, motherfucker, you had him.
Yeah. I mean, that's the pitch, but like, I don't know. Like, it's also, I still don't understand the Luca weight situation. Like, you guys don't have gyms there.
My thing is, I kind of want Nico to be like, y'all told me to inspire Luca to get in better shape. I did it by trading him. What do you want from me?
Dude.
He looks great now.
Yeah.
He looks fantastic.
I'm sorry.
What's up?
Oh, my God.
You okay?
Yeah, it's fine. Nothing bad happened. I just got the bill for the swimming racket club. I'm just going to pay it right now and be done.
That's all you can do.
What am I? Associate, non-resident? Okay, this is fine. This is not. I'll do this after. This is not an email I was expecting to get today.
You good?
Dude, I'm telling you, Once you join one of these things, you can't unjoin it.
Can't leave.
I'm being serious. You can come, but you can't leave. Like truly, like this
Hotel California.
Yeah. Like that's like because it's where you'll see.
I don't want to see.
Does Susan make friends?
Nah, we don't like people.
You say that right now.
Yeah, I do.
Matthew, start playing with some of these kids.
Oh.
Then what? First, I'm going to stack my flow. Then what? Then I'm going to get some old friends. Then what? Then I have all these have them over to my house. Yeah. Susan making yams and my auntie's out. Yeah. I'm telling you, I don't know how this happened, but somehow the calendars got merged with another family.
Oh, no.
They found out it was my birthday coming up. They're like, we should do something for Michael's birthday. And I was like, first of all,
stay on my calendar.
You ain't rap long enough.
Oh, buddy.
If I was going to do something for my birthday, I'd do it with my friends.
Yeah, y'all would not be invited. Not make the short list, kids.
I'm not trying to be mean to them. They're nice people. But we went to the mountains with them. That was for my wife and for my daughter and her friends that are their kids. I would have been at home.
So, all right, I'm going to use this to tie back into Nico. You got to make these decisions now. You've been put in a position to kind of control this. Can I get conspiracy theory on you?
Sure.
Because what you just showed me is that despite your personal desires, your wife and her proximity to these folks and your daughter has brought them into your life.
Yeah.
If you were to say, I don't like these folks no more.
No.
There's no way you could get around that, right?
No.
So, similarly, if Nico
I like them. They're nice people.
I'm using this as a way to get to the next thing.
Okay.
If Nico Harrison really had this bright fucking idea of like, we're going to trade our best asset for nothing, for AD, and then no extra frills. We don't have any first round draft picks till 2031.
God damn, it's a long ass time.
We're going to build around AD. Dog, you know who's got him? Houston, San Antonio, and the fucking Thunder.
This is stupid.
You're going to be the seller forever. But if Nico says, I got this bright idea to do this thing, there's no way he can pull it off without running it by management, right?
So it was they was asleep at the wheel.
That's the other option. Either he's a scapegoat or they were like, we don't know shit about basketball. We believe that you do. Keep in mind, have you ever heard the Nike Steph Curry story?
Yeah, I did. They called him Steven.
You know who the exec was?
Who?
Nico fucking Harrison.
There you go.
And for those who don't know the Steph Curry story, they went to Steph to pitch him to be a Nike athlete coming out of Davidson. They misspelled and mispronounced his name through the entire presentation. He decided to go with Under Armour and became Steph Curry. Yeah, Nico Harrison was in charge of that account. That happened on his watch.
I mean, Steph Curry shoes are ass, but
they are terrible fucking shoes. But that's money they didn't get from having him on their books.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, if it was me personally, I don't know if you pay attention to this, but I pay attention to this a lot. I'll be watching what people are wearing when they're not actually on the field.
Look.
And let me tell you something. Ain't nobody got on no Under Armours.
Sorry, Steph.
Steph got on. Like, there were a handful of kids, and this is the worst because I live in Charlotte, right? So, obviously, big Steph Curry fan base here.
Yeah.
Plus, Cam Newton was an Under Armour guy, too. And those kids, I used to see them kids getting roasted.
How could you not? They're ugly ass shoes.
You got the Cam Newtons on, they go all the way up to your knee if you're a little kid. That's terrible. And then you got the Stephs that look like back of the house shoes. Like the restaurant joints.
My favorite Cam Newton moment this year was when I think it was Ryan Clark came to get up dressed as Willy Wonka. And he and Cam Newton look the exact fucking same.
Yeah, this is great. It's fantastic.
We're gonna get to real games in a second, but I do want to ask you about this. The Brian Kelly LSU thing has gotten uglier.
I love it.
Apparently, they catch everyone up. Brian Kelly was the coach of LSU. Brian Kelly was fired by LSU. The man who fired him and hired him. I know. I'm setting up so I can going backwards, go forwards, if you will. Brian Kelly was then fired by the man who hired him, Scott Woodward. Scott Woodward was then fired. That's
Mhm.
an important note. The search for a new coach was taken over by the governor, who gave a press conference talking about we don't want to pay this man and the salary's out of control. Do you know what that press conference was supposed to be about?
No, what?
SNAP benefits.
Snap. Yeah.
He took it over to talking about the coach. Now,
I mean, that sounds about right.
Now you've got a situation where no coaches want to take the job because, look, you tell me you don't want to pay me. And secondly, we're watching you fight not to pay the guy before. How are they fighting? Great question. So the apparent thing that's happened now is that they're claiming that he was never fired and that now he's being fired for cause because he stopped coming to work.
Mm-hmm. He didn't show up.
After he and his people rejected a $30 million buyout of the $54 million that he's owed. Felder. Ugly.
Yeah. But they don't care.
They got to care. They don't have a hire.
They don't have a hire, but they don't care. Like, I don't think this makes LSU a job that people won't want. I don't.
I can't depend on you to pay me the money you owe me.
I let the lawyers figure that out.
If you take a job in college football, that job is going to end at some point unless you're Kirby Smart. What
I'm saying is, I'll let the lawyers sort. It's not like you don't have money. This man ain't living check to check.
First of all, if there's one thing I've learned about being around people who make money, they love spending money.
Sure, but I'm just saying. Look, you're talking to someone who hasn't had a real job since 2022. Okay, I've been making it work. Okay, if I can make it work for 3 years, I think he can do it too.
That's true. You're right.
And whether he does TV or, I don't know that I want him to be an inspirational speaker, but you know what I'm saying? He'll find something.
Put Brian Kelly on TV for who, for what?
I don't know. I'm just saying Peacock probably.
That's, God, you're right.
But the point I'm making is, like, let the lawyers sort that out. I'm in the middle of letting lawyers sort some stuff out. And we only talk about $3,000. He's talking about 30, 50 million. Like, that's a different thing. I'll let the lawyers sort that out. But I think that job's still desirable. And maybe you don't get the guy. Like, realistically, like, what guy do you want? You're going to want somebody that's young. You're going to want somebody that this is a step up anyways. When you offer some
coach's name, I keep forgetting.
Summerall.
Summerall, yes, thank you.
Summerall is good.
Is the rumor.
He's a good coach. He's really good. Coach.
Good get. Local guy, knows the recruiting.
Silverfield from Memphis, another would be a great get. Silverfield is awesome. He's a really good coach.
That's interesting because you hear different things from Memphis people because they got all that money and all the time put in, and specifically it's Kirshner over at Split Zone who just yells about this constantly. But yeah, you're right.
Like that's reality. I mean, even Joey McGuire, who's at Texas Tech right now. Texas Tech is in the top 10. Like, it's been a long time. Defense. So, like, Joey McGuire, why not slot some cash in his hands? And he's like, Tech, I can't go home and look my family in the eyes and say I turned this down.
Can I give you a name?
Yeah.
Brent Key.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like it.
Like, I know he's alumni there, but like,
I think he likes living in the A.
If you're gonna leave, Georgia Tech is the year to leave.
I think he likes the only thing. I think that's a great name. I do think he actually likes Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
I think he's got, like, obviously considerable more flavor than Brian Kelly. Mm-hmm. God, I would hate to go to Thanksgiving at his house. I'm not making a joke, man. I bet his shit sucks. I bet he says pepper is spicy.
You know what it is? If you're from the Northeast and you get deeply embroiled in college football, I don't trust you.
Okay.
I don't trust you. Look, I'm from somewhere in Massachusetts. Then what made you fall in love with college football? I am curious.
I don't know. I mean, in my mind, like, I think about, like, Bill O'Brien. Like, I don't know that he's the best coach. Bill O'Brien? I do. I think he's a good, but I have, like, this other inside windows into it where, like,
that's true. You're true. Yeah.
Like I'm friends with people that have worked with him that know him, and they're like, this dude really does, like, he cares about this shit. Like, it's for real.
Okay, so you're probably right. I should probably say differently. If you are from the Northeast and love college football, I've got more questions.
Sure.
But, like, Brian Kelly's never answered those questions for me.
Right. Well, it's not even where, to me, it's not about where you're from.
Right.
It's about authenticity.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that's, to me, that's a bigger that's a bigger takeaway on my end is like you don't like just be that's what I like about Kalen DeBoer. He didn't go down there. He didn't go to Alabama and pretend like he likes white barbecue sauce.
He didn't become a Nick Saban cover art.
Right, exactly. Same thing. It's not the Northeast, but Jake Dickert at Wake Forest.
Yeah.
When I interviewed Dickert, he still had on like Washington State. He had on some Washington State stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, my whole family is still there. Like I haven't even got them over here yet. Like they haven't even flown over. And then we're talking about August, so he's still got to. He's like, I hadn't found a place to live. I got to get them here. He's like, we'll fall in love with this place in time, but right now I'm here to do my job, and then my family, my family come with me. But like he was honest and he was real about it. And Brian Kelly just has never. You talk to folks. I don't care if it's at Central Michigan. I don't care if it's at Cincinnati. Doesn't matter if it's at Notre Dame. All three of those schools, and now you throw in LSU. All four of those, he never felt authentic. No one ever said, I love this guy. Have you seen anyone speak up for him over the course of the last 4 weeks? No one said anything about it.
Been crickets.
Right. So all these guys that played for him, they say nothing.
Some of whom are in the media now.
I know. They say nothing. Nothing. No one's been on any of these like magical podcasts that have popped up that have amazing sets and great photo quality. None of those guys have said they haven't been able to find a guy that's like, Coach Kelly changed my life. The only person whose life he changed is the guy that he got killed. That's bad.
I was thinking it, honestly.
But like realistically, like no one has stepped up and said anything. Deshaun Kaiser, nothing. Brandon Wimbush, nothing. Tommy Reese, nothing. Like
you mean Tommy Reese, who he couldn't get to move from South Bend to Baton Rouge?
Yeah. Like
no one coming with him from Notre Dame to
Nick
LSU
Martin, Zach
is
Martin.
The biggest fucking red flag to me.
It's an incredible indictment.
Incredible indictment.
And so, like, that's just the reality. Like, I know that Nick Saban didn't bring a ton of people from Michigan State to LSU when he went there, but I know for a fact that the guys that worked for him at Michigan State were like, "Fuck this dude, I hate him."
Yeah,
but they didn't hate him because they thought he was a dick. They hated him because he asked so much of them, more than they've been asked for in their careers. They were like,
when he went to LSU, he was a 50-year-old man.
Yeah,
he was still growing as a coach.
Right, and
this
grew up.
This motherfucker is a finished product.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. And so Nick Saban lived in this world of. He was like, "You better be at the facility before me. You better be there after me, and then I'll see you again tomorrow morning." Mm-hmm. And he lived in that world. And those guys got really like stressed out, and they didn't get time. They were under who was before him, Jerry DiNardo.
Mm-hmm.
They were used to having like some time with their family, which I don't give Dabo a lot of compliments, but I will say this: seeing him happy after that win over Florida State, and him how happy he talked about Venables, seeing him happy is really good. It's sad Dabo is really sad. But to go back to the point, Nick Saban stretched and strained out a lot of folks. And that's why they were ready to leave. It wasn't because they didn't like him. It wasn't because they didn't think he did a good job. It was because he was stretched and strained, so he didn't bring his entire staff with him. He also was looking for new guys.
Yeah, that's how Kirby got there.
And so you end up there. And then, obviously, NFL doesn't work out, goes back, gets to Bama, the rest. And the way that he grew up, you mentioned he was only 50. The way that he grew up in his coaching, the way he approached things, still a hard coach, still a hard on his staff, still hard on his players, but he realized I need to make these guys want to do it for themselves before they'll want to do it for me. And he learned something.
And you watched him grow and learn and evolve as a coach. Yeah.
Yeah. And we don't get any evolution from Brian Kelly.
It's never changed. It's always everyone else's fault. And it's always because they didn't do what he said.
Right. And that's not how it works. So
let's wrap this bad boy up. Let's talk about some games this weekend. I'll be honest about you, Felder, man. I am weirdly unbothered by Texas, Georgia.
Why would you be?
I'm so unconcerned about this game. Cam tried to fuck with me last week, and I was like, Cam, I forgot we were playing, y'all. I honestly, this is sound bad. This is a bad soundbite. I was more trepidatious going into Mississippi State.
I thought Mississippi State had an opportunity.
I thought it was a good trap game for Georgia. I
And
thought it was a
they
great.
get up 7-0.
Mhm.
I was like, oh no.
But can I ask you a real question?
Yeah.
Those headlines on Monday. If Gunnar Stockton outplays Little Manning, oh,
Yeah. I mean, I've already punted on that. Like, I'm not worried. I'm waiting to see what happens in 2026.
You think he stays?
That's what everybody's selling. Everybody's telling me, yeah.
But so I would have said that, agreed 100% before the Sark Titans rumors happened.
Well, that's the part that's interesting.
Yeah.
If Sark stays, he stays.
Okay.
I'll put it that way. Sark stays, he stays. I mean, don't even get me started on the NFL thing, because apparently the Giants are interested in Belichick. So,
which you couldn't be happier about.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is your out. Get out.
He'll get a new job. You don't have to pay any buyout. Don't have to buy
his
staff.
Kids with him. He'll take Mike on. You'll be free of this.
Well, I don't know about that.
He'll take Mike. He'll get Mike out of your life.
Mike will be gone for sure, but
Mike will be gone for sure.
This is a timing situation for me.
And
I don't think, like, people think Bill Belichick's not dumb, man.
No.
This shit is chess, not checkers. If he keeps a UNC job, especially if UNC makes a bowl game.
Oh, we're not there, are we?
They're 4-6. 4-6.
Who's left? NC State. They're going to lose NC State.
Wake and Duke. They're going to lose to NC State. Okay.
I mean, they can.
They can lose to anybody.
Okay. They're going to lose to Duke probably.
They'll lose to Duke, sure.
So that's 4-7.
If that's
now missing the bowl game.
If they miss a bowl game, yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if they beat NC State, they have Wake, Duke, NC State. It's all three teams from the state of North Carolina.
Yeah. Which is the most hilarious scheduling ever, for the record.
If they beat Wake, now you're sitting at 5-6.
Okay.
Or excuse me, 5-5.
No, they're 4-6 right now, aren't they?
4-6. They're 4.
Yeah.
No. They can't be 4-6. They're 4-5.
Okay.
Because they have 3 games left. They're 4. Oh, they are 4-6. No, they're 4-5. They're 4-5.
Okay. So they can burn.
They'll lose to Duke, and they beat Wake and NC State. They go to a bowl game.
Yep.
So let me see. What day is 2025? Let's call it the Sun Bowl.
Good pick by you.
That's on December 31st. Okay, so December 30. Let's say he coaches through that, which means he also coaches through the early signing period.
If he leaves, it's got to be after the regular season. He can't stay to the bowl.
Well, the Giants week 18 game against the Cowboys.
Really screw you guys over bad.
That's January. That's right. It's on January 4th.
Oh shit! I hadn't even thought about this.
This is what listen. Like I said, chess, not checkers.
He thought about this shit.
So, what if he does say, "I want to stay through. I'm going to coach the bowl game"? There's nothing he could
finish what I saw.
There's nothing he could do with if he takes the Giants job. There's nothing he could do with the Giants until after the regular season. Correct. So, coach the bowl game.
You know, the Mariners want to win that press conference, so they can open the year announcing Bill Belichick as their new coach.
Right. So you do that
good for them PR wise.
So you're UNC. You're standing around holding your dick.
Mm-hmm.
No coach. First week of the season. First week of the off season. First week of January. First week of the year. You know what Bill's got for you? He's got a little present. It's called his son. Like that, like he in my mind, he's just like, see, they didn't want to let me do it the way I wanted to do it, so I had to do it to him this way. I was gonna give my son a job no matter what.
Yeah.
Like it's just everybody's gonna be hired by then. Everyone's hired by then.
I love the way you thought about this because you've actually like really kind of gamed this out.
Everybody's done. It's already done. That's why Florida State's so wild.
They're not going to fire him.
They can't afford it.
They can't fire him right now. Well, obviously they're broke, but
trying to explain to people.
They re-upped fucking. They gave Fickle the vote of confidence.
I was going to say they gave Fickle a new job. Yep, can't fire him either.
Huh. Oh, and I'm also starting to hear rumblings about Franklin attached to real jobs.
Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could do something there. He could at the very least modernize that program.
I don't think they want it to be modernized.
They want to compete. They want to get back to some shit they need to, because he proved he could do it at Penn State.
Yeah, I know. Anyone that doesn't know what to do when there's 90 seconds to go in the first half and you're down by 7 and you have the ball on your 30.
Everyone's got their strengths. It's not his. Everyone's got their strengths.
Yeah, but that needs to be one of the most important.
But that's you and me thinking as football players. I'm challenging us to think as ADs and program builders.
Like my strength is not math, right?
Right.
That's why I keep a fucking calculator right next to my desk.
Well, then he brings in Mike Bobo as associate head coach to help him out. I don't want Mike.
You just want Mike Bobo to leave.
Yes, very much so. That is blatantly, nakedly my entire raison d'etre of all of this coach talk is to get Mike Bobo out of fucking Athens. Yes,
but here's the thing: there might be a head coaching job for him somewhere.
It's Auburn. Go coach Auburn.
I wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole, man.
Cool. Go be an inside man.
To be fair, they wouldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, you too dark. You got a white wife.
Probably make it 20. 20-foot pole. Yeah, they don't like that
at all.
Miss me with that bullshit.
Oh my God! Last two games I want to talk about before we get out of here.
Oh, by the way, also Harrell at ECU. I think he should be on some folks.
That's a good pick.
That's a good. He's a good.
His name floating around.
Not as much as I would. Not even as much. Not as much as what is his name? Chesney at JMU, which that's a good coach.
Good coach.
So not as much, but he's still out there. So we'll see what happens.
Last two games I want to pick your brain about. Notre Dame's going to Pitt. Pitt is apparently the Pitt super weapon's been activated. This would be a very vintage Notre Dame lose this game type of situation.
Yeah, I'm of two minds of this. One, I did pick Pitt to win for College Sports Now. We'll see what happens. But I do also like CJ Carr. I love Jeremiah Love. Mm-hmm. I think those are two really exceptional players. I think their defense doesn't get enough credit for what they're able to do. They fly around to the football. Shout out Marcus Freeman. But the big thing for me is Narduzzi. Just, bro, don't piss in my cornflakes and tell me it's milk, dog. Did you hear what he said?
No, but I love that phrase.
Bro, he got to the press conference and somebody asked him, said, Coach, is this a must-win game? He goes, no, it's not. And I was like, God damn. And they were like, it's not. And he was like, no, this is not an ACC game. This is just a game. So I don't care. I don't care if we lose 106, 107, 127. I don't care. I focus on the ACC games to get to the ACC championship. And I was like, you goddamn liar.
Yeah. Oh, lie. I love it. Love it, Patrick. Lie your ass off. So
liar. Because if this game wasn't important, you wouldn't have your starting quarterback starting.
I wanted to talk about Oklahoma, Alabama, but we're not going to because I want to sit in this for a second.
Bro.
So we're very much in the realm of places. And for those who don't know, the rules on the playoff are the top 5 highest ranked conference champions.
Yes.
Which means we could see the ACC miss the playoff.
It's fathomable.
It's very much on the table.
Yeah.
What does that, with all the upheaval and all the turmoil, all the shit we've seen around the ACC the last 3 years, what's the next shoe to drop there? To miss the expanded playoff as a conference is a wild thing to say out loud.
Right. But I think everybody got to look at their own selves in the damn mirror. It's like, I think about, my mom used to tell me like this all the time, right? And she didn't tell me, she had to tell me because I didn't want to get an ass whooping. And I also didn't want to have to sit at the kitchen table and have to talk to them. I hated to hear the sound of my parents' voices. Then when I want to hear it, I just do right. So I stay out of trouble. So I don't have to talk to them. Yep. But mom would come home with these stories, and my dad would too, because my dad was also a teacher. Well, Jimmy, he's like, what the fuck are you worried about Jimmy for? Yeah, Jimmy didn't do his homework. You also didn't do your homework. What does Jimmy got to do with your homework? Right? Like, what is who Teresa and Mary, they didn't do their homework? This ain't a whole class situation. This is a you problem. And I think this isn't an ACC that everyone keeps pointing at it like this is a whole ACC problem, ACC problem, ACC problem. You better clean your room. Okay? Before you worry about this house, you better clean your room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take care, clean your house. Clean your room. Look at you. You didn't make your bed today. Clemson. You didn't do your own laundry. Florida State. You left dishes underneath your bed. Virginia Tech. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, worry about your own game, bitch. Like, truly, like, that's the whole thing to me. And sure, it's easy to lump everything in. But what does Jay-Z say? What I eat don't make you shit. Right? So, just because you're bad at this stuff doesn't mean I doesn't make it okay for me to be bad at it. I got a little brother, right? You got a little brother. When his room's not clean, that don't mean that it's okay for your room to not be clean.
Exactly.
And that's what I see when I look at the ACC. That's the problem that I have with the way that people talk about this, though. Because what we're talking about are 17 individual organizations with 17 different plans, right? So you have 17 kids in that classroom or 17 people in that house in their own room. If you can't keep your own stuff organized, how do I expect us to work as a collective? We can't. We can't work as a collective.
Right.
Unless we all operate on this collective view of mediocrity. And if that's what we're okay with, what do they say? The standard is the standard?
The standard is the standard.
And if your standard is pulling your pants all the way down to pee, then that's the standard. You don't know how to undo your fly and keep your pants up and go to the bathroom and make sure you get it in the toilet. You're peeing all over the seat with your pants down. That's what they're doing right now. Grow up. Grow up.
Felder, tell everyone where they can find not just everything you write, but everything you talk about, including the upcoming Thanksgiving episode of Hand in the Dirt.
Oh yeah, we have an episode coming up, basically like Thanksgiving extraordinaire. Very excited about it. One of my co-hosts gets a bit unhinged. I tried to reel it in, couldn't do anything about it. That's not on me. But make sure you check out Tar Heel 24/7. I do a lot of video there, and every now and then I hop on the boards, but some of those people are really mean, and I don't like how mean they are to me sometimes. And so we got that, and you throw in Instagram, it's Felder, and it's felder.substack.com. I'm actually, can I read you something?
Read it, yeah.
This is the title. Are quarterbacks football players? ?
No.
Yeah.
Short.
Let me hang on. And then I have this. I got the Strahan vid, and I said, to me, the answer is no. Not all of them are football players. Most, I'd argue, are specialists.
Tall kickers.
That's not a knock. If you're really good at reading a defense and throwing dimes, that's great. That's a great specialty to have. You can make millions doing just that. There's nothing wrong. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, is there? People are going to lose their minds.
They're going to lose their minds because you essentially called them long snappers, which I'm okay with.
By the way, did you see the video of that kid, the punter, that underhand threw it like 45 yards?
Hey, man, there's got to be rules.
Against what?
Against that shit.
Why can't you do that? Patrick Mahomes did it.
Did you see the defenders froze?
Yeah, he was like, what is this?
It's very, like, anything that happens that makes me do that should not be allowed. I shouldn't. The point of football is to make things simple so you can move fast and make decisions quickly. That shit right there broke my brain when I saw it the first time. I was like, what?
Bro, it was so good.
This?
I loved it. I was like, this is the greatest.
Turned me into an old man real fast. I was like, never again. Not on my watch. God damn it.
Nah, dude. I was like, this is great. I love this. Because Mahomes did it.
Mahomes did it is not the reason we should be allowed to do it.
Mahomes
dead routes.
Mahomes did it.
Mahomes dead routes and broke cover too.
Mahomes did it. Like he did it he was like the 5. Motion back, come back across. Mahomes just zipped it right in there, instead of like a over the top shovel pass.
Yeah.
He zipped it in there like a spiral. Boom.
That wasn't no shovel pass, goddammit. That was an arm punt. He did this shit. He said 500, and the kid ran under it.
Jackpot.
Man.
That was a jackpot. You can't be upset with that.
Infuriating.
I love it.
This has been the Unanimous Decision Podcast. I'm your host, D-Palm. Make sure you follow me across all socials at DPalm66. Follow the podcast on YouTube at UDPod66. Make sure you subscribe across all the platforms. Help us out. Subscribe, hit the like button, all that fun shit. We're brought to you, of course, by MTR Network and by DanielPaulMortgages.com. If you can afford your rent, you can afford a mortgage. It's my job to help you qualify. And lastly, check out my other podcasting venture, Life, Love, and Real Estate, talking about home and community in this season of both. That was your show. We'll be back next week. There is no outro. Make sure you go check out Hand in the Dirt. Thanksgiving episode's always a fun one. Peace.